Dan and I lost our daughter, Julie, on May 16, 2018. She was 34 years old.
I lost my wife, Linda, July 10th of 2022, and after a 22 months battle with pancreatic cancer.
She died suddenly, unexpectedly, from a medical condition we did not know that she had.
When we got the diagnosis, her answer to the diagnosis was, "I believe God's timing is perfect, and I will obey what He has for me, whether it's 3 months or 30 years. I choose and want to live out my faith to show people what it's like to take this journey with faith," which is exactly what she did.
This grief journey has been incredibly difficult. It was my first instinct after Julie died to withdraw from people, to isolate myself in my pain. But I knew that that would not help me to learn how to move forward again in my life.
I never left the house essentially the last 9 months, and then that night of July 10th when she passed in the hospice bed next to me with holding her hand, and all of a sudden I was free. I was free of 24/7 caregiving. But I realized I was alone. And the hardest part of losing somebody, particularly a spouse, is that you're alone. I could go out afterwards, I could fill my day, I could play golf, I could go to dinner, I could go to something. But every night when you came home for the last time and shut the door, you knew you were alone. So the hardest thing was loneliness.
Programs like Grief Share has provided a way for me to not feel so alone in my grief. We are not meant to do this life without others, and particularly when we are suffering from a tragedy, a loss. We just especially need to be with others in Christian community.
I realized that I had been trying to get the peace that Linda had through people and events, and that was an eye-opener to me, and I came out of there solid, knowing that God was there, seeing God in every event and everyday life, in minor things.
Grief Share gives us tools, ways for processing each component, each stage of our grief journey, and then learning little by little how to get our lives back. And it doesn't mean that we ever get over the loss, but it means that we learn how to live with the loss. He is truly restoring my hope and my joy.
I heard the expression that grief is dreaming backwards. And so, to me, Grief Share presents the opportunity for those people who have the determination or the desire to sign up, to let them know that there is a path forward.